Hello, sub morning in Nagaland TV. First episode that is Good Morning Nagaland Day. Swagat korese. Hodai dinishna moi apnala anchor Robin Lama. I be ame Good Morning episode shuru korobo karne Bible verse pra hi shuru korobo. Bible verse ki digine ase Isor la kotha par ami han la mind, soul or physical body da ami han invoke korobo. I be.
Don't you know that you yourself are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? 1 Corinthians 3:16.
Well said in 1 Corinthians 3:16. Koanish na amihan la body to amihan isor laga temple ase. Ki karne isor pra tala image pra tala laga nishna hi tai kiniga ase amihan ge iniga banaise to amihan do isor la temple ase because tala hat pra amihan ge bana nishna. Koanish na inia nishna amihan tala du amihan la gau to temple thakya nishna. Amihan la bitor la atma bi isor la hi ase. Inia nishna amihan la atma ke amihan la spirit amihan la body sob to isor ke dedicate kruwa koi kine yete 1 Corinthians So viewers, iti amyala next segment ase think positive. I will think positive diki digine ase amyan sabo.
Sweet is the voice of a sister in the season of sorrow. Benjamin Disraeli.
So viewers, ita amyala duida segment that is Bible verse or think positive samatushe. I be amyala next segment jabo print preview analysis. Amyala local newspaper ba ki jankari digne ase amyala pradesh laga regional laga no lebi desh laga amyan tate pura hi news to gather kurubo. Amyala screen te jolly kuringine Eastern Mirror paper ahibu amyan first headlines puribo etu beshide ekta dita news amyan details pura ekjun ke information to janai dibo. So apnala screen te apne dikhi pai ase eta to Eastern Mirror ase. So first to ase COVID-19. Don't let your guard down, health department pura jana laga ase. The next is a NASA call of strike for 3 days. Next, I say man gets 20-year prison sentence for raping minor impact. After that, I say NPYC stage protests against ED summoning Rahul Gandhi. To ami ane poster dikhi ase center calling. That is, yade quick program puri dibo itu. Yade ase ami hala Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman aru amyala Nagaland CM Niferio ase to inia nishna tahan amyan jani ase regarding yesterday tahan itulaga report a budget khan report discuss kurala ase Thursday day. So itula report do amihan news to naja nishna be ase so ami do apply dibo. Nagaland Chief Minister Niferio with Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in New Delhi on Thursday. Rio tweeted that he had a productive meeting with her regarding various developmental issues and matters pertaining to Nagaland and thanked her for always being supportive of our state. He also informed that he, along with NDPP President Chingwang Konyak, Vice President Rusentong Longkumar and Secretary General Abu Mehta called on Home Minister Amit Shah on the same day. After that, while stating that they had a positive meeting, they also expressed their gratitude to the Union Minister for his unwavering support towards the state. As we all know that, apne hange janai dibule munase Nagaland Pradesh te ere center pra kiman dishe kwato kiman fun allot korje goda it's I would like to mention that is 321 point something te ase crore ami hange dishe. So I hope that with this Nagaland be ekta developing hoya nation the developed state joldi hobo with proper utilizing the fund in a correct way. So next headlines say there should be dignity for any kind of job and for all walk of life. So viewers, abi ame duita headings to puribo. That is NASA call of strike for 3 days. That is the Nagaland Assembly Secretariat Staff Association NASA and Joint Action Committee JSC on Thursday announced temporary suspension of its ongoing agitation for 3 working days from June 17. So aji pratahan to agitation jaitaka bond kurula siguri janaise. This decision was conveyed by JSC Secretary Sezoto Tenyu and NASA General Secretary Tali Renla following a joint meeting held on Thursday. After a request made by the 7-member parliamentary committee headed by MLA Dr. Chotisu Sazo in a joint meeting with the staff associate on June 15. Besides Sazo as the chairman, the other members of the committee were Metsuba Jamir, Tongpang Ozukam, Katie Shukalo, Matang Yangtang Medoyoka and Kehovi Optomi. The committee has assured in the meeting that the grievances of NASA JSC shall be addressed positively, they stated. The statement on Thursday issued by NASA and JSC stated that the temporary suspension of the agitation would be strictly enforced on the condition that during the suspension period, the appointment order of Dr. P. Tony, retired officer, is revoked and his entry to the assembly premises restricted, as well as the office of the Principal Secretary NLA is not functional during the 3 days. Further, it maintained that the agitation would resume if the demand of the NASA and JSC are not fulfilled during the suspended period. As we all know that Nagaland, NASA and JSC and several other bodies are tahan agitation PJ and Tony, that is Dr. PJ Antony is to appoint right the suspension order to agitation andolan jait hagishe will be tahan aji that 17 balugine 18 19 3 din kane tahan do agitation do bond kurula sugine janaise. So itu tahan prabi janala ase ki itu bond kura homaite tahan bi akha se ki tahan mang kuri thaka to itu do fulfill kuru koi kine hi tahan bisas se gune janaise. So the next headline is man gets 20 years prison sentence for raping minor in Peg. So a 30-year-old man was sentenced to 20 years of rigorous imprisonment on Thursday for commission of a rape and aggravated sexual assault on a minor under Chozuba in Peg district. The judgment order stated that the incident was premeditated as the accused lured the victim on the pretext of buying eatables and took her in a van to a nearby waterfall. The accused further molested the minor and raped her at the site, following which he gave her 100 and threatened her not to communicate the incident with anyone. The accused had surrendered on September 21, 2021 before Chozuba police station following a first information report, a FIR filed by the victim's stepfather. The special judge held that it was therefore expected from the accused, who is father figure to the victim girl child, that she should have been treated with love and care as she is staying in her aunt's house for study purposes. Instead, the accused committed an unforgivable act of committing rape and aggravated a penetrative sexual assault on her. The accused was also found guilty for committing sexual assault and sexual harassment upon the girl child victim by outraging her modesty, it stated. The judgment, which was pronounced by the Court of Special Judge Protection of Child from Sexual Offense POSCO Ekpag Mezi Voluti Terich, sentenced the accused Kunungoy Medio with rigorous imprisonment for 20 years and a fine of Rs 5,000. In default of payment of fine, the accused would further undergo simple imprisonment for a term of 1 year. The accused was further sentenced for commission of sexual assault upon girl child victim by outraging her modesty under Section 354 of the Indian penal code to a period of simple imprisonment of 1 year and a fine of rupees 500, or in default of the payment of fine, simple imprisonment of 2 months. So September 21, 2021 Chozuba Pak district laga case to aji hi solve hoise aru itu kun uncle pura jakine du bacha minor chukri ke mithai laga naam pura 100 rupees la naam pura enika rape kurise, sexual assault kurise, judo bishi ekta na bhabi ase because itu ekta uncle auntie laga mota koikile saisi gulo da ami hada baba la figure nishna ase aru chukri la se father pabe ko laga jana dia ase ki udu manuba rape kora ta father figure thakise gushi hulibi inika ba inika hoise situation do so at that 20 years imprisonment digne ase before 20 years tahan first do 1 year de pichire tahan pay to paisa bi dibul as a fine rupees 500 and a 5000 kukine janai digne ase so that's a very good thing itu to manu ke saza dishe kukine khushi pala no hoy hulibi right is right, wrong is wrong. আপনি ছোট কাম করবি ডাঙৰ কাম করবি গলতি তো গলতি না থাকা আছে আৰু ইনিকা মানুকে ইমপ্ৰিজনমেন্ট কৰি দিছে গলে তো মানুখান আমি হান নাজিনে দুনিয়া দকিনিয়া যাব হলেবি মানুখান ইনিকা গলত কাম নুকৰা গিদে ইটু ইনিকা কৰিলে ইনিকা হয় কইনে জানি কিনে এৱে থাকি কিনে ভয় থাকি শুগলে the perfect laws and regulation tahan janin thaki shugule inika limelight tai thakala itu news kan tahan janin thaki shugo ki jane aha din de manu pura rape korbo jaka tv tahan nukuri gini bi jabole pare ko gine etu to ekta punishment ase ulibe etu ekta lesson ase sob manu karne kun hulibi ko ase etu to hodai inika etu rape khan pura hi bachin thakibi apni bi bachibi manu ki bi bachabi ko gine janaise so viewers ye je par amila etu eastern mirror paper samat korise aibi ami morning express te jabo the morning express the power of truth to moi ta first heading puri debo ED allows Rahul request to defer questioning to next week. Dimapur accounts for 71% of blood donation in Nagaland. Suo motor case in Hornbill killing. Despite a dip, Nagaland retains highest unemployment rate status in Nagaland. Pak man sentenced to 20 years of rape of minor. PHN does not undermine democratic political institution, assures NSCN IM. NASA JC suspend agitation for 3 working days starting from June 17 to 20. And the last is Nagaland gets rupees 39.28 crore additional drought relief. So moi yete pra starting pro thaka to Nagaland by start karbo last wala se Nagaland gets rupees 39.28 crore additional drought relief. So viewers janing thakibi Mohalla Pradesh pra itya recently meeting hua amai today janai diala ase rupees 39.28 crore additional drought relief kugine palaga ase so the news spread Nagaland will receive it's going to receive 39.28 crore as part of additional central assistance under the National Disaster Response Fund NDRF for drought related disaster last year. The high level committee under chairmanship of Home Minister Amit Shah today approved rupees 1,003.95 crore to Rajasthan and rupees 39.28 crore to Nagaland as part of the additional assistance. An official from the Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority NSDMA informed the Morning Express that the amount was pending from last year to address the drought affecting the agri sector. The officials said that drought affected all the districts last year, adding that the authority would examine the extent of the effect. The NSDMA, after observing less than normal rainfall from March to November 2021, declared drought in Nagaland for 6 months in the entire state from September 2021 to March 2022 this year. The declaration of drought of moderate nature was done after taking into account conditions arising from rainfall deficiency and poor crop condition. The Union Ministry said the additional assistance is over and above the fund released by the center to the states in the State Disaster Response Fund. During 2021 and 2022, the central government released rupees 17,747.20 crore to 28 states in the SDRF and rupees 7,342.30 crore to 11 states from the NDRF, of which Nagaland would get rupees 1,043.23 crore for the drought that occurred in 2021 and 2022. So yes, September, ja saal September walagni to saal March moina tak itu drought laga condition pura bishi manuhan duk pai gine thakise aru itu ba agri sector de bishi nuksan hoise ko gine bi janaise. So viewers, yete ami han jana dishe additional fund rupees 39.28 crore dishe hoile bi yete NDRF plus scheme la under de Nagaland ke 1,043.23 crore pabo which will be jua saal 2021 to September moina balagni to saal 2022 March moina tak drought laga effect area karne hi itu nuksan la itu la porte dia la asune janaise. So respective farmers, respective department kan itu puisa dia the proper way pa chulabi ko gine bi janaise. So the next is PHN does not undermine democratic political institution assure NSCNIM. So the NSCNIM yesterday stated that the Pan Nagahoho PHN does not undermine any democratic political institution as perceived by others. Such widely diffuse view is unfounded. A press release from the MIP of the NSCNIM stated and expressed concern that of late media is floated with cross-section of people and group fussing about the power of chairman of Pan Nagahoho. The irony is that Pan Nagahoho is a topic that does not warrant wild speculation because it is still in incubation stage and one need not go for panic or reaction. Such a subject of critical importance that concern the Naga is something that wouldn't be processed in damning hurry the NSCNIM issue. It said that when the Pan Nagahoho as conceived by Government of India and mutually discussed and accepted by NSCNIM, taking into consideration the necessity to have such umbrella set up for the larger unity and welfare of the Naga, leaving the different region pass through the critical stage of political scrutiny. It would naturally come out in the open. The irony of the situation is apparent to everyone, the NSCNIM said, recognizing that things are moving too slow. However, it said that the Pan Nagahoho, when concretized, will take into account the social, cultural, literature and identity and interests of the Naga. So Pan Nagahoho para social culture, literature, identity or interest culture Naga manukhan laga lowest interest of Naga identity ko ne lowest ko ne janai ase to lola matlab to aru phal kro karne ase aru ta hamra kushe yes, because of media, because of different social platform, there are like different stories. Ekta manu alag story ko, ekta manu alag story ko, ekta manu alag story ko. Ituba NSCN para janai Pan Nagahoho does not undermine any democratic political institution as perceived by other. Manuhan member ki bhabi ase regarding the democratic itu Nagaland laga porte no with different situation laga porte tahan par iku undermine nukure ko kine political institution undermine nukure ko kine jana diala se. So viewers, yete pura ami ala itu print analysis samaj kores. I hope that all of probably apna information to learn kore ko kine. So viewers, itia ami hala next segment ase fact of the day. I be fact of the day dekhi digine ase ami on sab.
The first kidney transplant operation was performed in Chicago on June 17, 1970.
So finally, we are in the last segment. Last segment ase, the morning melody ase. The morning melody do amiyan sabo ajiwe ki gana digina ase. Dear viewers, we are done with our Good Morning episode. So, iti ami han closing nukura. Kita apnang request kore se প্লিজ কৰি কিনে মৰম কৰি কিনে আপুনি খান এইটো ৱেডাৰ আপডেটটো চাই ল'বি বিকজ যেনে থকা নিচিনা এতিয়া নৰ্থ ইষ্ট স্পেচিয়েলি নৰ্থ ইষ্ট ইণ্ডিয়াত আমি চাইছোঁ গ'লে নৰ্থ ইষ্টে বেছি পানী গিৰি কিনে হাৱা তুফান মাৰা দিন একটা আছে তো এইটো কাৰণে বেছি মানুহৰ কাৰণে ৰাস্তাখান বি বন্ধ হৈ কিনে আছে আৰু স্পেচিয়েলি আসামতে আমি চাইছোঁ গ'লে তো জাগা জাগাতে ফ্লাড হৈ কিনে আছে মানুহখান স্কুল যাব নাপাৰে কিনে আছে কাম যাব নাপাৰে কিনে আছে এনেকুৱা নিচিনা আপোনালোকে ৰিকুৱেষ্ট কৰিছে আপোনালোকৰ জাগাতে পানী নিগৰিছে গ'লিবি বাহিৰ দেখি গৈছে তুমি জানি থাকিবি আৰু দেখলা নৈ কিনে আপোনালোকৰ জাগা কাৰণে বি জানি থাকিবি পিছতে আপোনালোক ট্ৰেভেলিং কৰাতামতে আপোনালোক কামখান যাব তামতে আপোনালোকে হি মদত হ'ব কৈ কিনে জনাইছে সো ইয়াতে পৰা সাইন অফ কৰিছে ৰবীন্দ্ৰ লামা